Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Pass the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any wins, this is coming from within. I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Check 53, Mike. Let's go one more. Hatchet. Let him go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 43. 51, down. 25.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. drive. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. Second down coming up. And he'll give it here to his running back.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
54, right there.
Now Wentz on third down. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Go. Hey, empty.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Falcons nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. They toss to Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down, Freeman. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
59, ready, 280. 54, right, 50, 39.
On third down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing his Wentz. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 48.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Big stop, G.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
39.
53, Mike.
Here's Ryan to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They go play action here on first down. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now they try the right side here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
But it brings up 3rd.
Wynn's going to try and throw on third. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
43. Back pass. Let's fly two.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
At their 49-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go. 120. Hey, watch the slant.
Wentz now on first down. Funchess has it complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devin Funchess, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to fire one deep up, and this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more?
Here we go.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On first down, Wentz. James has got it, complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
To throw is Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now they try the right side here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Here we go. Waiting.
Hey, tight.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his second season. The future, bright. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Watch the car. Watch the move. 45 the mic. Watch the slip.
Throwing on second down. Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
All day, baby, all day.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang. Alert 3.
Going to give this time to the tailback. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible change. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack on first down, Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. And it's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Solid.
All day. 6 guys.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Eagles 44, Falcons 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Touch. 120.
Check. 45.
Go.
I got you, boy. I got you.
Touch.
Check 26.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Check.
And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Rabbit.
Down the man inside. Down the man.
Under crunch.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Go. Waiting.
Get off the field.
Hey, ram. Touch.
They'll run with Sanders, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Let's see what you got.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated, the front and the back.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now it's Ryan. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan going up top. And this is going to be incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Check, check, lucky.
They'll try to run this one in. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
And Elliott puts this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
We got this.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Ryan. This complete to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?